And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and peace on earth, goodwill towards men. Based on Luke 2, verses 13 to 14. In 1679, at a point where the waters of Lake Huron meet the waters of Lake Michigan, Huron Indians celebrated Christmas. The people paraded to church. A man led the way holding a star high on a long pole. 3 chiefs acted the parts of the Magi and carried polished shells as gifts for Jesus. It was a Huron who probably sang the first carol ever heard in North America. More than 30 years before that Christmas celebration, the missionary priest, Father Jean de Brebeuf, wrote a carol from the Huron in their own language. He called it Jesus Ahatonia. Nowadays, it is known as the Huron Carol. Father de Brebeuf belonged to the Society of Jesus, the Jesuits. He was a man of great strength, courage, and sweetness. He spent almost 25 years living among the Huron near Quebec. Father de Brebeuf once wrote that the reason he had left his home in France to live in the New World was so that he could proclaim the true God and his Son, Jesus Christ, to the Hurons that he loved as brothers. A fanciful English translation of the Huron Carol is called "'Twas in the Moon of Wintertime." It describes the wise men as hunter braves, and baby Jesus is wrapped in a robe of rabbit skin. The original title of the carol means Jesus he is born. Like other carols, old and new, it tells simply this Christmas story of angels, the star, and the wise men. And as it has been done with many other carols, Father de Brebeuf chose an old tune to accompany his words. In this case, a 16th century French carol called A Young Maid. Unlike more solemn and complicated religious music, carols have always been the popular, simple songs of ordinary people. In some periods of centuries past, carol singing was a little too popular, and for some was associated with disorder, rowdiness, and the wilder parts of Christmas celebrations. Caroling is said to have begun in the 13th century with the songs of St. Francis of Assisi, the Roman Catholic priest famous for his love of animals. In England during the next few centuries, caroling was extremely popular. That period might be called the Golden Age of carols. We still sing some of these same carols today. God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen and O Come, Emmanuel are both ancient carols. The words for other carols were written in more modern times, but use old melodies. What Child Is This was written in 1865, but the music is Greensleeves, a tune that is older than Shakespeare. For some carols, both the words and music were written in more recent times. A good example is Hark the Herald Angels Sing, written by the great evangelical preacher Charles Wesley. He probably has the all-time record for him writing more than 6,500 songs. The music for Wesley's carol was written by the famous composer Felix Mendelssohn. He originally wrote the music for a celebration of the invention of the printing press, and once said that his melody would never do to sacred words. Mendelssohn would be very surprised that it has become part of a popular carol. One of the Christmas carols from the 1800s is unusual because the author wrote it after the terrible experiences of wartime. The great poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow wrote, "I heard the bells on Christmas Day," after his son was wounded during the United States Civil War. In his carol, Longfellow described how the war almost made him give up hope until he remembered that God is not dead, nor doth he sleep. His carol ends with the sureness and hope that God will, one day, bring peace to earth. No matter when or why they were written, many Christmas carols are reminders of the very first carol spoken by angels to the shepherds long ago near Bethlehem. Christmas carols retell in many different styles and ways that old song of the angels. Glory to God, peace, joy. That is the message too of the 6 carols in today's story. The songs are from different times, places, and peoples, but separately or together, they all tell the same story of the joy that Christ is born. Here once more we retell the Christmas story through carols. You might like to take this challenge of the carol quiz and match each line below with one of the carols mentioned above. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee. This is the Christ the King. Glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth, goodwill to men. Jesus he is born. O tidings of comfort and joy.